I had a bit of a rough start trying to get YouTube to stream horizontally today, but I'm going to jump right into today's Might Be You Monday live drawing on February 10th. Today, I am drawing a celebrity. So if you want to take a turn guessing who I'm drawing, you are welcome to. I was not feeling super chatty today. We all know that I get very chatty anyways. And I was trying to figure out a way to live stream to music without any copyright issues happening on YouTube, but that just delays the whole drawing process and it makes it all so much more complicated. So I just figured, you know what? I'm just going to get started. And if I end up not being super chatty today, just forgive me. If you've been following along, you might notice that I missed last week. There was just a lot going on here last week. And even though I try to make this a priority on Mondays, sometimes other things have to take priority, which is just fine. But I'm back today. I did get really into a painting I was working on last week, and I finished that. So that was pretty exciting. I haven't shared it. I don't think I've shared it out here on YouTube yet, but actually, no, I did. I think I have like some short videos revealing that painting. It was a winter snowy scene with some snow-covered trees, the view right outside my studio, which is really pretty. So if you feel like enjoying that, need a little bit of peace and want to enjoy some of the beauty of the sunlight streaming through some winter trees, I invite you to go find that short video. It's like 10 seconds long and just take a peek. But otherwise, welcome. I am happy that you're here today if you get to stop by and watch. I've been having some weirdness with my YouTube lives. I started out getting hundreds of people watching live, and lately it's kind of been crickets. So if you see this video and you're watching part of it, thank you for being here and thank you for the support. Everybody that has stopped by has been super kind and has been leaving me little notes of encouragement and watching some of my other videos and leaving the sweetest, kindest comments. So I really appreciate you. I do see you when you guys do that, and it really makes a difference for me. So I just want you to know that I appreciate that so much. Um, anyways, so today's celebrity, I think is going to be a hot one. And I'm actually a little bit intimidated to draw this person just because of the spotlight that is going on for them right now. But I don't want to spoil it. So I just want you to be able to hopefully identify for yourself as we get a little further and guess who this person is. But just know that even though I feel confident in my drawing skills and I have fun doing this, it still feels it still feels a little scary, a little intimidating. And I just tell myself, like, oh, no biggie. I will feel scared and do it anyways, and potentially in front of millions of people should that amount of people end up ever watching my videos. It's unlikely, but there's always the potential with YouTube. The other thing is, this is a topic that I talk about all the time is teeth, and this portrait has a smile with teeth. So there's the extra challenge. If I'm scared and I'm going to throw myself into the public eye doing a drawing, I might as well do the scariest version of it that I can, right? uh, anyways, it's fine. I I always want to have some kind of meaningful or at least entertaining story to tell you while I'm here drawing for the 20 to 30. I say 20, it always ends up being 30 to 40 minutes, but every week I feel like, well, maybe I can get faster and do the drawing in closer to 20 minutes. But anyways, I always want to have some really entertaining or profound things to say to you while we're here. And I just, I don't really know. I don't I don't script things. I don't really plan that far in advance. So I got nothing. I don't know what's gonna come out of it today. Um, other than just it's sunny here and the light feels really good because in Michigan, by this time of year, that like winter cold and gloom really starts to hit heavy. And for a lot of people, it can feel really tough. It can feel really tough, just um, emotionally and just physically getting on with the day and getting outside. And and so it's just when that light comes, it means so much. It changes everything. And I think this has been one of the sunniest. I mean, don't quote me because I am not researching this. I have no scientific basis for this, but I feel like it's been one of the sunniest winters that we've had in a while because I've noticed more days when the sun has come out than I seem to remember noticing in the last few winters. But even if it's just for part of the day, if I am lucky enough to see it and take just a couple seconds, couple minutes to like notice that light and feel that light, it really revives me, and that's become one thing that I've learned to love about cold winters is the light glows so differently than it does at other times of the year, and so beautiful. And that is why I like to make paintings of it. So, if you're in an area like that, like me, I hope that you're able to notice that light and that it gives you those really uplifting feelings. And if you're not, um, then and you're having a hard time with the gloom and the gray or just the cold, or even if you are noticing the light and it's not doing its thing for you, there's a phrase that I tell myself sometimes, and it's it won't always be this way. So if you're in a position that feels never ending tough, just remind yourself that too. It won't always be this way. It will change. It always does, right? Okay. I have literally like just begun and just gotten right into it. I have not planned any of this. These might be you drawings, you should know. When I do them, I just start them. I don't draw these ahead of time. I don't practice this drawing or sketch over and over, none of that. I look at the picture that calls to me, and I sit down here and get all my stuff ready, and then I just dive in. And that's part of the fun. When I'm doing more refined pieces of art, commissions of portraits for people or the paintings that I put on my website and sell or make prints of. I do a lot more planning, and there's a lot of proportionate measurements and, more refinement. Sometimes there's studies. With these drawings, these are for play and practice for me. And so I take them from a different stance and I just dive in. So sometimes I start with the eyes and sometimes I don't. And I don't have an explanation for you other than it's complete instinct right now. So it's, I think that's good. I think in art, sometimes having a system and a method is really useful and helpful and probably a smarter, not harder tool. But sometimes it's good to be able to adapt and to learn how to do things in different ways. And so for me, I guess this is one way that I do that. It also keeps it exciting. I think it's hard for me to imagine getting sick of drawing faces because I really do enjoy them, and there's so many different faces and so many different ways to draw them and different things about people that are always interesting. But, you know, the way that I draw them also helps keep it exciting. And I'm actually breaking my own rules now too. I tell my students, like, you want to get in lightly and loosely and don't ever get down to the nitty-gritty details of something until you have everything in place and you know it's right. But here I am getting getting the details of this eye already in place, and I haven't even positioned the other eye on the page at all yet. So, we're just breaking some rules today, I guess, and we'll see if it turns out. It's fine. It's fine, I'm fine. Everything's gonna be fine. Okay. But, I'm just working my way across here, and then we'll get the other eye in when we get to it. But, and it's is every bit of a mystery as for you as it is to me. Every time I do this, when it's somebody, when it's a celebrity, I'm always curious at, my goal is that you can recognize the person without me having to tell you. And the challenge for me is that I'm drawing flat, and usually I prefer to draw upright, but for camera purposes, it's just easier to leave the paper flat. Um, and so it's kind of a fun game for me to see, like, can I make it accurate enough that it's not only recognizable, but at what point, like, what feature in the drawing is it that gives it away? And so I am just curious to see if we hit that point in this drawing. And, like, is it the eyes? Is it a smile? Is it the hair? At what point does it become recognizable? And I guess that brings us to, like, a deeper question in general. Like, what about us is our recognizable trait to other people? Maybe it's not even just one thing. Maybe it has to be the combination. We're getting all philosophical for a Monday. Sorry if you weren't prepared for this, folks. I hope you've had your coffee or your tea so far. Okay, we'll get some shading in here. There we go. Well, if nothing else comes together for this drawing, I'm at least feeling accomplished for two reasons. One is that I showed up and I'm here today, which after missing last week feels very good. And the other is that I have figured out, despite its attempts to keep me from doing so, how to stream horizontally on YouTube. I'm telling you, I don't understand why they have to make it so hard. There's a button, it says orientation, stream horizontally, but about, like, 90% of the time when I push that button and then I go to hit the go live button, it reverts back to vertical. And so it's frustrating. So I actually had like I think two other attempts to go live today before it finally stayed horizontal. I almost just was going to record it not live and just share it later, but then I decided what's the fun in that. So sometimes it's the small thing. So if you're having a Monday of a Monday, maybe give yourself that grace too and just think, did you show up for something today? Um, what are the small things that you can celebrate today for yourself? All right. And then I realized that there's probably a lot of people that watch this not live. And if that's you, welcome. If you end up liking the drawing or you like to watch live drawings, please consider giving me a follow and subscribe to my channel, because I do try to come down here every Monday and draw a new portrait. And I welcome you to send me a picture of yourself or somebody that you would like me to draw. And I go through the pictures that get sent to me, and um, I pick them. And each week I will either draw from one of those or a celebrity. And so you never know, it might be you one day. And next Monday, it might be you. Well, actually, next Monday, I won't be here, so I will be skipping one, but I will be doing more. So join in and participate if you'd like. And pardon me if I do get quiet now. Like I said, I'm not feeling extremely chatty today, and even though I already got a bit more chatty than I planned, but you can put on your own music if you'd like, tune me out, and just enjoy the sounds of your choice while you watch the drawing. Okay. It's going okay. Here we go. Getting some shading in there and some shadows and lights, and we're approaching those teeth. And I'm wondering if you know yet who it is. And if you do, I would love it if you would take a guess in the comments. Although if you're watching this not live, the title's going to ruin it for you. I don't know if ruin's the right word. It'll spoil it for you. But you can let me know if you think at this point that it looks like him. How about that? I'm getting a little, I get pretty scribbly with these ones. It's kind of fun. Stop and sharpen my pencil for a minute, which I just got this sharpener and it's not working as well as the other one of this kind that I have. I think I need to adjust it. I'm trying to get a really fine tip on this pencil and it's not happening. So this one. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. Okay. Teeth are a weirdly defining thing, aren't they? I want to get it right. All right, see if you can figure out who it is by now. Maybe the teeth help. Also, if you have any suggestions for any future videos I should do or changes to the video, if anything I could do to make the video experience for you better, please let me know. Okay, put an eraser in here. Okay. As I keep going, I this is the part where I have to remember to keep it loose because in these drawings I'm going for just enough to get the drawing feeling the feeling that it needs and recognizable. And I don't want to get into like super photorealistic perfectionist in these sketches. And so I have to remind myself that I got to keep it loose and give just enough. Okay, let's go back here. kind of skipped over some of the nose, so I wanted to return there to add some more of the shadows and the light. It does have most of the highlights in this photo. All right. I'm just refining some things. I love a smile, and it just feels very joyful in this picture. I never really go too detailed in with like the clothing in these pictures because I just don't like I don't want to go into the emphasis of clothing and accessories too much outside of um, anything that is really an important part of the image itself. So just leave the shirt kind of blank, but I'll add a little bit more to the neck here. There's some strong highlights in the reference photo on the neck, so there's not a lot of detail going on in there, but I didn't want that to appear like it was just a blank spot, so I'm gonna add my own kind of shading in there. And then the shirt back here. Okay, so I'm coming in and I'm actually just kind of drawing with my eraser, which is something super fun to do. It helps blend, but it also kind of adds some shadow where I need some loosely, and it's just a technique that I kind of enjoy doing, kind of uniting the whole image together, especially since it was done so quickly, which I always lose track, but we are just almost at the 30-minute mark of the actual drawing. So that was pretty good. I think I'm improving. Now the question is, does it look like him? Can you recognize it? And is there anything that needs to be changed? Which there always is. There's always something that can be improved upon, um, especially in these quick ones, but that's fine. You know what needs to be improved upon is I didn't put very many shadows in this ear back here. I'm gonna stand up now and try to see like what I'm noticing up here. All right. So something when I stand up, I see things differently, and some things a little bit. There's like the right things, but there's a couple of things that I think are slightly off. Just a little darker in here. Okay, I'm gonna call that it for now. Um, as always, there's always things that I can come back and adjust and change. But being that it's 35 minutes for the today's half-ish hour sketch, I'm feeling like it's pretty good. I kind of want to keep working on it, but for the video purposes, we're gonna stop it here. Thank you for watching. I'll see you next Monday.